Hi, hola, marhaba, jintani, aloha, etc. My name is Zekra. This is another episode of The Rambling Non-Conformist. La fecha de hoy es 1 de octubre of 2020. I hope I said that right. We have 91 more days remaining in the calendar year for the year of 2020, and we are now more than 74.86% complete with the calendar year. That means we're on day 275. Let's see what today's topic is. Today's topic is chores. Yeah. We hate them all. We hate them. We have to do them because we're responsible and me-sponsible people. Oh. So today is going to discuss some little tricks that I use around the household, some little tricks that I use when I'm traveling. It's going to be a quick episode. I hope you enjoy. And without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, let's discuss how to make things a little easier on yourself, especially if you're a single individual, especially if you live alone, or maybe you live in a house with multiple people. So things that I like to do, and they're not always great for the environment, but things that I like to do are in the bathroom, I face away from the mirror. One of my jobs rotating is obviously chores, and the bathroom always comes up, so gross. So I have taught my roommates to face away from the mirror when doing simple tasks such as brushing my teeth, brushing your teeth, flossing your teeth. Your teeth aren't moving unless you've got some weird situation going on in your mouth where they're just jumping up and down for joy when they see you in the mirror. So your teeth are stationary. The gaps in your teeth are stationary. You don't need the mirror for that. I've seen people floss while driving with one knee. I'm not saying it's a smart thing to do. I'm not saying it's the right thing to do. I'm saying it's fucking counts. That's all I'm saying. You don't need the mirror. Rinse the tub every time you get out of the shower. Take a moment, or even before you even get into the shower or take a bath, fill up a large bucket of water, something that you can easily lift. Don't overdo it. Don't strain yourself over something so simple. However, the force of the water, especially in certain sections where dirt gathers in the front and on the sides, you just splash some water around, and then if you do have time, if you have an extra minute or two, take your toilet brush and kind of squeegee it just a little bit, just loosening up that dirt that's there. Whether you see it or not, it's always there at the end. So if you're not someone who cleans your bathroom every single week, or if you know your chore time is coming up, make it easy on yourself. Because if people know it's not their chore for that week, they're just going to be grungy and dirty and filthy. So try and find different ways to make chores less on yourself. Use one plate, one bowl, one spoon, one fork, one knife for everything. One pot if you can. And that will also lessen the amount of dishes that you need to do when it's your turn to do dishes by hand. If you have a dishwasher, they do say that, now this I find interesting, because they do say that dishwashers use less water than hand washing, but they don't count the electricity that it's using. So catch 22 there. However, if you're someone who does dishes by hand, then maybe you want to find ways to minimize that, especially if you're only cleaning dishes for yourself and wiping the stove down after you use it, and you're not responsible for a whole family of mess. Little things like that. Saving your plastic bags, if you even use plastic bags anymore, and reusing them for different things. I carry a plastic bag in my backpack when I go everywhere, just in case it rains. And sometimes I'll carry a few, because if it's a real downpour, you'll see people trying to put books over their head and stuff like that. And sometimes I'm just a nice person. I'm like, would you like a shopping bag for your hair? And it's a really nice random thing to do, a random thing to have on you. And that's also going back to the prepper scenario. You'll hear me talk about prepping a lot. There are little things that you can do to really make yourself seem like either a nicer person or a cleaner person than you actually really are, just by finding little tips and tricks. Find what you do that's really, really messy, and then find a way around fixing that or minimizing your mess, your risk, your situation there. And I guess I'll stop that and pause that here. But I was in the bathroom this morning and I always brush my teeth to the side. I've been doing that since I was 18 because I hate cleaning mirrors. I like cleaning windows, but the mirror just seems so, it tells your business way too much. Just, ooh, you spit on me. Ooh, you're so nasty. How long has this been there? So that was probably one of my first tricks when I got into my own apartment when I was very, very young. And realizing that I hated cleaning the mirror. I always hated doing chores when I was younger anyway. And to find this quick little thing that I could do is just turn myself about or turn myself to the side of the mirror and not brush my teeth directly while looking in the mirror helped reduce so much. Now we're down to the whole house is down to cleaning the bathroom mirror just once a month. And it's just to wipe the dust away. And I'm pretty sure that they leave that chore for me because there shouldn't be that much dust there. They just wait until it's my turn because they know I still clean the mirror, that I like Windexing stuff. So I'm pretty sure they just leave all that stuff for me. But yeah, quick little tips and tricks. Even when I go for work, I use this Melpamine. It's in the camping section at the big box store usually, and it comes clipped together, but it's a Melpamine, which is a hard type of acrylic plastic, and it's a spoon, a fork, and a knife. And I eat with them still all clipped together, which you don't need to do, but it's easier than me remembering to clip it back because sometimes I don't remember to do that. But it's a camping set of hard plastic for when you go camping. Instead of bringing metal, which weighs a little bit more, you bring this hard plastic Melpamine. And in the city setting, it's doing really well. I've traveled with it to Ontario and never had an issue with using it and cleaning it. It's a quick little, any type of soap will do sort of thing. Just make sure you rinse it really well. Make sure you're checking and making sure you got all the food off of it. But other than that, it's a great thing to just throw in your bag. It's a little bit more lightweight than steel. If you are camping, if you are doing some sort of bug out bag situation, you do want something that is a spoon shape or even a grapefruit spoon that is metal because those are great for digging. And even if you're digging just a little tiny thing to throw some seeds into the ground, you do want that. So I'm not discounting steel entirely. What I'm saying is there are lighter alternatives, especially if you're just doing day-to-day stuff. Okay, I just sneezed. I hope that you found this helpful. I'm gonna get off. Ooh, not get off. Okay. I'm gonna pause this here. Okay, gang, so that concludes today's episode. Hopefully you consider making a donation to the channel. Again, today's recording date is October 1st of 2020. So these were all quick little things. We'll leave it. There was only really 2 or 3 things that I mentioned. However, I did put a few more in the slides, few more tips in the slides and hacks. So hopefully you found them informative. If you need to pause, rewind, please feel free to do that. And these are more than likely things that are going to take a little while for you to become accustomed to, for it to become rote, for it to become a habit. And even every once in a while, if I'm not home, sometimes I find myself forgetting that I'm supposed to turn away from the mirror. And so I have to stop, make sure I didn't leave any spit on anybody else's mirror, and then turn away. And, if you did, and especially if you're not home, just clean up after yourself, just unless it's already dirty. You don't want to be the one that they go in the bathroom behind and be like, oh, this person's dirty, or they left my bathroom a mess, or they were really inconsiderate and dribbled toothpaste, or whatever the case may be. Definitely try and clean up after yourself. Try and be, as not you as possible. So even when I'm out and about, sometimes I do forget to turn away from the mirror if I'm not home. And when I'm home, it's rote. It's already done. I know I am putting peroxide on my toothbrush. I'm putting a little bit of toothpaste on there. I am turning away to brush my teeth. I'm going to turn back, bend my head down before I spit, and then I want to rinse my mouth with a little bit of water, then take more peroxide in case the gingivitis got in there, gingivitis got to me, whatever the case may be. I want to gargle with a little bit more of peroxide, bend my head down, spit, and then, rinse my mouth out, rinse my toothbrush, put that away, and then grab my floss and turn away to floss, because even when you're flossing, you are still flicking things out of your mouth. There's spit and there's plaque and bits of food. Whether you know it or not, you're making a mess. And so if you turn away from the mirror, at least that's one less thing to worry about, cleaning on a regular basis. And I hope that that helps. I hope you consider making a donation to the channel. I hope that this October 1st post of 2020 was helpful to you in some way. And I look forward to chatting with you all. I look forward to your questions or comments in regards to this particular episode. Thank you so much for listening in, tuning in, watching, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. I appreciate you. Stay safe. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time, or talk to you next time, I guess. Ciao.